We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Lenny's still hating instead of loving. I don't know why.
I don't know where you're getting this. You're making shit up again.
He is the lovingest hippie I know, and he comes in angry.
I'm just trying to understand that the fact that words have definitions.
Yes,
I'm not angry. I'm trying to be explicative.
The words have definitions. You read the definition, and
you disagree with Merriam-Webster.
He is not a dictator. So we elected him.
He would like to be.
You didn't say that.
I understand that.
He is not, though.
He acts like one.
No, he does not.
Oh, please.
He does not. Name one damn thing.
Tariffs.
No. Okay.
Blowing up people in the middle of the ocean.
Wait. Okay.
Stop.
No.
Where's the declaration of war?
Turn off his mic. I can tell you right now. Tariffs. Go with one at a time.
Fine.
You were so wrong about tariffs.
Again, you got to get up and stop drinking your coffee, man.
You're so wrong.
Who has the right to apply taxes?
Who has the right to apply taxes?
Congress.
Congress, yes.
Okay.
But
Does this go through Congress?
Who controls the
purse strings?
No, not the purse strings. The foreign affairs.
Okay.
Does Congress control foreign affairs?
In a lot of levels, yes.
No, they do not. No, they do not.
Treaties.
That comes from the executive branch. That comes from the executive branch. Who signs those?
Treaties not foreign affairs?
Foreign affairs? Yeah, treaties also come from the executive branch.
And have to be ratified by Congress.
Have to be ratified. But you know what? Tariffs don't. Tariffs do not. And that's why you're right. You don't know that because you don't want to read. You don't want to read what the right is doing.
I want to read what the raw is.
This is the problem with the left, Lenny.
Again, you're tarring everybody with the same brush.
No, you're putting yourself in that brush. You dipped yourself all the way into the paint because tariffs are working. You're telling me.
I didn't say they weren't working, but he put them on by himself.
That's what you led with? That's what you led with?
No. Did I say tariffs weren't working? My statement was tariffs go through Congress. You said he was
acting like he was a dictator because of tariffs.
Right. I didn't say they weren't working. You're saying they're not working. I didn't say anything about they're working. They're bailing us out. I can't even have a conversation with you if this is where you're at in the brief. Would you listen to the words I'm saying instead of stopping making stuff up that I'm saying?
Okay.
I said that Congress is in charge of making tariffs and taxes.
No, they're not. Hey. A tariff is not a tax. That is against another country. We do not tax. If it was taxing us, then Congress would be in charge of it. Understand the difference. Tariffs are not.
How's your blood pressure?
It's not great right now because you took me there. The first thing you led with was wrong. Yeah, now you came in angry. You come in angry every day.
Angry.
Give me solutions. What's one thing the Democratic Party has done that's shown empathy in the last 10 years?
Empathy?
In the last 10 years. Yes, empathy. That has been a successful program.
I'm going to get your blood pressure right through the fucking top of your head.
Yeah.
Woke.
Yeah, you guys are woke. That's not empathy. That is insanity.
Yes, that is empathy.
Thank you, Blake.
It is not.
Thank you,
You guys
Blake.
are so ridiculous. This is why you lose. This is why your number one supporter, Bill Maher, has left your party.
Again.
Bill Maher, number one supporter.
He's gone back and forth so many times, he's a revolving door.
No, you guys are he was your guy, and then all of a sudden, because he talks in common sense, and he doesn't go with the, oh my gosh, we have to do this, this, and this, which hurts our country, and you guys are just absolutely nuts right now. The Democrat Party is nuts. They used to be the party of compassion. I was a part of this party. They used to be a party of compassion. They gave a shit. Now they care about the 0.3% because it makes them feel good individually, and it does nothing. It does shit for our country.
Because 0.6% of the population treat the 0.003% like shit.
That is not true. That is not true. Rich people are villainized by the left. You know who takes care of the poor? Rich people. I can tell you because I'm one of those freaking people. All right? You guys are so wrong, and in so many ways.
Wait, I thought
how many rich people or poor people have given you a job? Zero. The answer's always zero. Always. So thank you for raising my blood pressure.
Good. Now you ready to understand why tariffs is in and why Trump shouldn't be able to do them?
Yeah. Please tell me, because it's made our country $500 billion. Tell me why it's wrong.
And if we have to give it back, we're screwed.
We don't have to give it. Who's coming to collect?
That's what I'm going to say.
Who's coming to collect?
The small businesses in America that have paid it. It'll take 9 years.
Small businesses haven't paid it in America. I am a small business owner. I have 5 of them.
Do you import anything?
Yes.
What?
What the hell do you think those hotels are filled with?
Beds.
Yeah, where do you think they come from?
Not made in America? What kind of operation are you running?
Exactly. Now we're getting in trouble. This is where people become unemployed, being thinking they have freedom of speech. Because I can tell you right now, that is 100% a good thing that he did, and he was able to do it from his side. So tell me why.
Thank you, Barbara Jean. I keep trying to give him
Tell me why it was illegal.
U.S. Constitution grants the tariff power to Congress.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
Although the Supreme Court held that Congress has wide latitude to delegate, which I don't know that they have, this report examines constitutional powers over import tariffs. Congress's ability to delegate some of its authority over tariffs to the president within certain limits. Yeah, he declared an emergency.
There you go.
Okay. Was there one?
Yeah, we were losing money hand over fist.
Well, okay, now that's not self-inflicted?
It wasn't by him. It was by generations of presidents.
Okay, and his tax cuts didn't hurt our budget when he did the original tax cuts?
Well, I can tell you, the tax cuts didn't hurt.
Hi, Bobby, welcome back.
Tax cuts didn't hurt. All right? You can say the tax cut hurt.
I'm not saying they hurt or not.
Overspending by our government hurt.
Right.
It's not the tax cuts.
Every administration.
It's 100%.
Every administration.
George W. started this spiral, and we have not gotten out of it, and that's from the Republican side. All right? We were pretty healthy because of the dot-com stuff in the 90s. All right? But George W. started this downward spiral, which we've never gotten out of. We finally have a president who goes, all right, we have to stop this downward spiral. And the left is going, no, we can't do that.
Why not?
No, we can't do that.
Why not?
Well, you tell me why you guys say we can't do that.
What do you mean, you guys? It's like
you're on the left.
It's like saying that
you come in every day complaining about something that the right did.
No, something that the administration did. There's a distinction, and you don't see that clearly, do you?
Yeah, I do see it clearly because it always seems to be a very distinct pattern. All right? I don't come in attacking one side or the other. I just don't do that. I agree certain things that they do is completely wrong.
And but when you say when
you lead your argument with tariffs, you yelled tariffs at my face.
Well,
tariffs.
You asked me a question.
Yeah, and you yelled tariffs.
Right.
And it just said right there, he has the right to do it.
In certain situations, it's Congress's power.
Yeah,
well, if the Congress was less ineffectual, we'd have better issues.
Congress, you know, and when Rutherford came in, I was shocked to hear that they don't even dine in the same place.
Which is ridiculous.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
They don't talk to each other.
They don't talk to each other. That is absolutely ridiculous. And that's what my whole talk on Friday was about, being American and stop worrying about what the left is doing and doing the right freaking thing. If people just did the right thing, we wouldn't be in the situation we're at. We wouldn't have the hate going back and forth. We wouldn't have murders of young men who should not be murdered. No one should be murdered.
Thank you.
No one should be murdered. So that is where we're at. But I can tell you right now, the left is very much being manipulated more by the media than the right. I can tell you I'm leaning way more right than I ever have. You can laugh all you want, but
I just think that's an unfair comment.
Well, tell me why. Tell me
because
why
the right is equally as manipulated.
They're not equally as manipulated. Well, the right is manipulating, but the people on the right and the people in the middle aren't. It's not as drastic as what the left is doing. My gosh, come on, dude. Call me right now. I called the guy all freaking day, and now he calls me.
I know. I'm waiting for a call, too, which isn't going to happen.
But I can tell you right now, the right is closer to the center than the left. And that is the problem.
Okay.
If you don't believe that,
I don't believe that.
Then why do you think you're losing every area, all parts of the country, you're losing to the right? Tell me why that is. If you think you're more towards the center, wouldn't the center, numbers would tell you this, wouldn't the center drift towards the one that is the closest to them? Guess where the center's going? They're going to the right. And they're going to the right for a reason, because the left has no answers. You have to have answers. You know, the left is out there going just in a football game. It's like a coach giving a speech. Don't lose by too much. That's what you guys are. You need to get behind. You need to get behind Mayor Pete.
Absolutely.
And get somebody who has some intelligence, not somebody who's out there who has a horrible cackle and can't stand up in a conversation. All right, because that's where you guys are putting a lot of people up there.
Right.
AOC being one of them, Kamala being one of them. Put Mayor Pete up there.
Kamala's done.
Put Mayor Pete up there, and you have a chance to bring in the middle back to the center, because we have to be a little more centered than where we're at right now.
They don't want to put up a guy that has 0% in the African American community. According to the most recent polls, Mayor Pete got 0%.
Okay, got
well,
zero.
Give him a couple minutes to make friends.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, if that is the only demographic, then they can get over that, because they lost the entire Spanish that was on the Democratic side. All of that went to the right, and it became, Trump pulled so much of the Latin American vote. That's bigger than the Black American vote. Do you think that
people on the left go to church?
Yes.
Okay. Do they talk about it all the time?
Yes.
As much as the people on the right?
Yes.
Okay. I must be not seeing the same things that you're seeing.
You must not be. Because the culture that he just talked about, guess what?
Yeah.
The black culture that is the Democrats, they talk about church just as much as the white, crazy right-wingers. Easy for me to say. Right wingers.
We can't even say it. Right.
Easy for me to say.
Not really.
But they talk about it just as much.
Believe me, I spent a lot of time in Baptist churches up north.
So I can tell you right now, that answer is yes.
Okay.
So if you are religious base, you're going to be talking about your religion. And guess what? We need to separate ourselves from that to come back together.
I agree.
So, because
I think that religion is more divisive than not. I'm not against religion in any way, shape, or form, and I think it's necessary for a society to keep balance, because the laws don't keep people in balance. Fear of the next life keep people in balance, and you can say what you want. It's funny, we were having a conversation about that today.
That is a fact, because Mama Shoe does a little bit, but the fear of God striking you down and burning in hell
doesn't faze me in the least.
Yeah, but it does our society in a whole,
because people have been brought up to understand. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I asked my wife a question today. People are God fearing. Mm-hmm. If God is love, why are you fearing God? Mm-hmm. And her answer to me was, because they want to get into heaven.
Yep.
Well, Jewish people don't worry about getting into heaven. Jewish people deal with it on earth here. Mm-hmm. So, it's ridiculous in the fact that, in my opinion, I will back out the word ridiculous, because I don't want to insult a lot of faith-based people, and it's just not me.
Because there's a lot of intelligent faith-based decision
no
makers.
doubt about it. But if Jesus is all loving, if religions are about peace and love, why are people fearing God?
Yeah. Well, and there's so many questions with that. I mean, why, if it was all loving, why is there rape? Why is there human trafficking?
Why is there war? Why is anything? So, if it's an all loving God.
So I mean, I believe me, I was raised in a religious house. I've got away from it after college and after I educated myself a little bit more. But I'm an agnostic. I'm not an atheist.
Correct.
So
I agree.
I'm saying I don't know, where it is hard for me to, when I'm having conversations with people of religion, like they say it, they're all knowing about that. I don't understand why it's so convenient that we're born into the religion that knows everything about their culture. Like if you're born in India, you're going to be Hindu.
Right.
You're born in you're born in Tennessee, you're going to be Protestant more likely. You're born in Italy, you're more likely going to be Catholic. So where you're born determines which God you feel is best.
Right, but why should you fear your God? That's my question.
Yeah. So I mean, and every religion has that too.
Yeah.
Every religion has something, except for Buddhism.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was going to say not
Buddhism's
Jewish,
but
the Old Testament God was a vengeful God.
Yeah.
He was a nasty guy.
Yeah, and I like I said, I mean, I was a young life leader, and I talked about Jesus dying on the cross. That I had two chairs, kind of like our politics right now. I had two chairs facing away from each other. All right. That was God and that was people. Jesus came down and turned those chairs and made that connection. I don't know
who's going to make that connection between the Republicans and the Democrats. And like we said before,
Yeah, right. It ain't gonna be
9/11
easy.
9/11 helped
Yeah, for about an hour. Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
But about 3 years in, we were going after Iraq, which we shouldn't have done.
Right.
And now
bad information.
everybody's like, I didn't mean to vote for that.
All right, so now
I pushed the wrong button. Like they act like it doesn't happen. All right, guys, and we want to make sure you guys understand that we are not hating on religion.
no.
Okay, and we want you
I
to
have a lot
have
of questions though.
it's okay for us to question it, and it's okay to pick and choose what we want to do. What you believe, I want you to be able to believe it, and I don't want you to judge the person next to you. All right?
Yeah.
If they believe something different.
Very personal.
Wars happen most of the time because of religion. It's religion, power, and
Yeah, money. Yeah.
money and
Or
greed.
territory,
and
land.
greed.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't want to downplay, or we're not insulting anyone's religion in any way, shape, or form, because like I said, I was raised that way. My family is very, very religious, a Protestant family. But I can tell you, it's very strange geographically. There's very good people that I know that are Muslims, very good people that I know that are Hindu, very good people that I know that are Catholic, Mormon, any religion you want to throw out there, Jewish, all these
Catholic,
religions,
Protestant, yeah.
there's good people. And guess what? Society is a 90-10 rule. Okay. You know what the 90-10 rule is?
Go ahead.
All right. 90% of the people are solid and good people. All right. There's 5% basically that's way out up here, the fanatics on the religion side. And then there's the 5% on the really bad side. So that's that 90-10. The 90 is the ones that every day that walk and just go, okay, this is what I'm going to believe. They're not the ones that are banging on your head banging on your head saying theirs is the only way. Because there is not any way any human form can say theirs is the only way when there's billions of people that are out there. And some don't even have religion in their world at all. Right. And where do they fit in? So
and the object is, we talk about faith-based all the time. Faith is just that. It's belief in something that, isn't tangible necessarily.
And if that gives you the confidence and the comfort, I want you to keep that. I'm not taking that from anyone. Some of my close friends are reverends and pastors and priests. So not taking that from anyone.
No, I'm still, trying to learn. I've done a lot of reading. I've done a lot of studying. I've taken a bunch of classes. I've immersed myself in a couple of different religious cultures, and I'm still, intrigued by it all. Absolutely intrigued is the word I would use.
Yeah. So I pick on people a lot when it comes to religion, because you can't tear apart each individual one, and people try and defend it, and I'm kind of a dangerous person for them. It's because, I can't, my question always is, when someone really hits on it, I just go, can you tell me which one of Noah's kids was black? And it
stops the conversation.
It stops them. And then the answer to this, because I asked that at trivia. I go, so so much. Which one of his kids is Noah from? Which one of Adam and Eve's kids is Noah from? Seth.
There you go. And nobody ever talks about him.
The third child.
Right.
Cain and Abel, everyone talks about him, but no one ever talks about all of us pretty much, if the Bible is, and the begots are right.
Right.
We should be talking about Seth more.
Absolutely.
Because that's pretty much where everyone had begotten from.
Yeah.
So, but you don't hear that.
Well, that's because he was low key, and the other two were quite sensational. Apparently,
you don't hear that.
Yeah,
I will say it's good to have Barbara Jean back in the comments. I'm happy she's feeling better and with us.
Definitely. But my question about like this whole debate about like okay, so like do you definitely think there's like a lot of people that that like some people that might use like religion, like that might pick and choose like passages in like a Bible to get like their political message across and like spew their own spin on the reality.
That's 1,000%. I mean, and that's always happened. This is not new to this president, or when JFK, Roman Catholic, our first Roman Catholic president,
only so far.
He was on attack. He was absolutely on attack. Nixon was a Quaker, so people went after him. And I think there was another Quaker earlier on, and
might have been.
But religion early on, people go, well, our founding fathers were, this and that. A lot of times that's a misquote. Most of them were like Unitarians and free thinkers. I think the statement is, our founding fathers were, our country was raised on Christian values. That necessarily wasn't always the case.
Well,
I mean, for a majority of it, it was, but Adams was Unitarian. I think Jefferson was Unitarian. So 2 out of our first 3. George Washington wasn't a very religious man. Martha made him go to church.
Right. But that's also saying that, Christian values. I mean, these are just good values.
Yeah.
Whether you put the adjective or the noun Christian in front of them doesn't, doesn't make them any better or worse. And if it was, what if they were Jewish values? Because it's Judeo-Christian. Yep. What if it was Islamic values? Well, that might be a little bit more challenging.
That's a little more challenging. That's a little more challenging because there's some there's still kind of stuff. They're still stuck in the Old Testament type stuff. So Blake, go ahead.
Testament.
Yeah. So the other president that was a Quaker besides Nixon was Mr. Mandarin, Herbert Hoover. Hoover
was. So I knew we had another Quaker. I just couldn't think of who it was.
It was that late.
So, but I can tell you, religion's gonna always be here. It's been here. People were worshiping the thunder, worshiping the rain and those things.
And excuse me, things that they didn't understand from whence they came.
Exactly.
Let's put it in that context. People were worshiping the mysticism.
Well, and we still don't know where we came from. And the scientists, guess what? It's called the Big Bang theory.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Can't really be proven. There's some scientific stuff that's been discovered on what was happening with Earth and some of the things. So, some of that stuff, evolution is a theory. So, there's so much what ifs out there. And I live in a world of what ifs. I'm okay with not knowing, but I also am a person that tries to learn as much as I possibly can learn. You asked if the Democrats talk about the religion. Yeah, they do, and so do the Republicans. Yeah. And I want them to feel that strongly about it. Right. If that is their belief, I don't want to take that from them. Yeah. But I don't also. I understand the Republicans are trying to put prayer back in school.
Which I have a problem with. Which
prayer?
Well, that's exactly right.
Which prayer goes back in school?
Right.
And that's I pray. I participate in prayer at the beginning of meetings that I'm in. I participate in prayer at Rotary, at sporting events, all of those things. And I'm respectful. I take off my hat. But I would do that. I would do that for any religion out of respect, not because I was, raised as a Christian. So I would do that for any religion out of respect for the people that are next to me that are shoulder to shoulder with me.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I do want to ask one more thing though about like the whole like religious side of things. Like, so when it comes to like religious attacks, like to like our presidents. What I know you weren't alive for this, but do you believe that there was like a lot more hatred towards JFK for being a Catholic than President Obama for some people saying that he was a secret Muslim?
I don't think people believe the whole Muslim thing. Because there was so many different ways to thwart that. From his mom's family, from the way he was raised and where he was at. I don't even think the people that were accusing him of that really always believed it. They used it as an attack tool.
Right.
You know, but JFK
Where was he born? Same thing.
JFK was legitimately, and his family is still Roman Catholic. But, you know, for Obama, he had the hurdle of being the first black president. And I think him knocking down that barrier, we still have not had a woman president. Right. I think there are women out there that could lead better than the presidents that we have had over the last 25 years. Pretty much all of them. I did not. I had one or two things I disagree with Obama on, but over the last 25 years, he's the guy that I think kept the calm and also kept the conversation going.
Right.
So I don't think this president or the last president, so the last 3 presidential terms, they've kept the conversation going. I think they've
gone to their corners.
I think they've thwarted the conversation and stifled it. And anything you say, if you're on that side, I don't care about. Anything they say on this side, literally, if the left discovers cancer, the right's going to say, look how many doctors they put them out of
cures cancer.
Cures cancer. Look how many doctors they put out of business. You know, or it's bad for business. Or if the other way around, they're going to find something to attack it instead of coming together and going, okay, let's fix this.
Right. There's no collegiality, and there's no common goals right now. It's mine or yours, or theirs or that. You know, the other ones. But I do get one thing I really like to bring back to St. Augustine and JFK is the Church of La Leche over by the Giant Cross. JFK called that the most sacred acre in America.
Yeah, and that was before the cross was even there.
Right, because when did the cross go up? In
65.
Yeah, okay, and he was already dead by then, poor man.
Yeah.